Okay, I'm here with Miranda Esmond-White, the founder of Classical Stretch, and she also trains and helps stretch and get other top athletes ready, like the national diving team, some national figure skaters, some of the top Olympic hockey medalists, all kinds of different athletes Miranda works with. But I sort of got put onto Miranda a few years ago, and she's really helped rejuvenate my career and really keep me loose and feeling young and good in my body, thanks to her program, Classical Stretch, which I do pretty much 4 or 5 times a week. She has a whole heap of videos depending on what your ailment is, and I sort of just pop in one of the videos and follow her along, or if I can't get her to come to the studio and do this with me live in person. So here she is. She's going to run through a few stretches with me, and she'll bring you through it. She'll walk us through it.
Okay,
this
so
is her program.
Let's start with the bar, and if you don't have a bar, you've got a chair, a table, so put your foot up straight in front of you. Get the other foot parallel, both legs, both hips parallel to your bar, and drop forward. Okay, so now you can lift your back heel, bend the knee you're standing on, and tuck your tailbone under. Now, as you force that tailbone to stay exactly, that hip to stay where it is, and slowly drop your heel down, and then try to stretch your knee pushing forward, and you're going to feel a wonderful stretching right through that psoas, right through the top of your hip. How's that?
And this one here is perfect. It's ideal for squash. You use a lot of hip flexors on the lunge, and this is one of the ones that you can't avoid. I find it's the easiest one. It gets the deepest, as deep as you can possibly get into the hip flexor, and then you can also do it from all kinds of different angles, which will show you.
Okay, so we're going to do it on another angle. You lift your heel up, turn out a bit, so you rotate the hip. So you're not going to get exactly on that psoas, you're going to get a different part of your hip. Bend the knee again, and again, tuck the butt under, tuck your bum under. Force the heel into the floor, so you're really digging into that hip region. Just try to stretch your knee, and you're going to feel a wonderful stretch through here. That's really digging deep. Be careful with your body. Go at your own pace. We started slow, right? And then you built into this. You didn't start doing it rough right away.
To get the technique, it takes a while, but it's well worth it once you understand the concept of what we're trying to do here. Yeah, it really makes a big difference.
Yeah, it really loosens up the hip, gives lots of speed, cleans out the hip joint of any scar tissue. If you've had an injury, you'll feel wonderful. Okay, so you've gone from turned in to medium to turned out more, rotating that hip. Now, bend your supporting leg, rock back, pulling your tailbone backwards. So you're going to try to get a nice stretch in your hamstring. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to lift your hip and force underneath that hamstring. So we're going to get 4 different parts of the hamstring. In other words, we're going to completely stretch your entire hip joint. Okay, now you're going to change the hip a bit and force a different part underneath. So you're going to move your hip around. And as you move your hip around, you're stretching underneath different parts of that hamstring, okay? Right into the groin and into the IT band, okay? Now cross your arm over. Take your foot, put it over the bar, and drop that foot down. And you're gonna feel a stretch in the IT band. And basically what we're doing all these for is injury healing, injury prevention, and speed. It's for absolutely everything you need in squash. Okay, other leg.
Squash players are always complaining about having a sore butt. So these are a few of the exercises I do with Miranda to help loosen up the whole hip area, some of the quads, and really feel good in your body and feel good about going on the court loose, fast, and also help prevent injuries.
Now once you're there, you move around, so just you shift your weight over. So you never just hold a stretch. Don't be static in your stretches. Use your body, just move gently, keep the blood flowing, keep the muscles moving, and they'll stretch much deeper and more permanently and without any injuries. They're more usable for you afterwards. Okay?
Yeah. This is another glute stretch that you can do on your own that's very, very easy but very effective.
So you bring your one leg right into your chest. You try to put the other knee inside the first knee. Okay? And then you grab hold of your ankles. Don't grab your foot. Keep grabbing that tibia. And then you pull them out and you pull them towards your chest. You notice that Jonathan's hips are off the air, and that's absolutely perfect. So he's getting a stretch in his back and a stretch right into the glutes. Okay, now the beauty of this one, we're going to start doing it, this is fun part, is you move, so you rock back and forth. So you roll, and as you roll, you pull. So it's the person does it to themselves, and you pull on your legs, opening them out further, trying to drop those knees into your chest. Now, once you've done that for 30 seconds, a minute. Not even. Then hold that position and try to put your bum on the floor. So you push down with your bum, and that will really deepen the stretch. It's just terrific. Okay?
Right. I'm gonna switch sides. It's very simple. Getting this leg over again and this one tucked into it.
Yep.
Grab
your ankles.
Grab the ankles.
Trick to all these exercises is the moving.
Moving back and forth.
And you pull on different
Instead of
parts.
trying to wiggle my butt and
Wiggle your lower back, wiggle your butt, wiggle the...
put it down, lift it up.
Heels more open, knees down further.
Getting all different parts of it.
Yeah, the more you move around, the more you play with it, the different muscles that you might not have stretched get a nice little workout. And it just feels good.
Right.
That's what stretching is supposed to be about. It's making you feel good after torturing yourself on the squash court.
That's just a little teaser of some of the stretches that we do for squash, but Miranda and I do a pretty comprehensive 45 minutes that can be seen on her video, which she sells on the internet under the label Classical Stretch. So look for that. That's the one. Thanks, Miranda.
Thanks, Jonathan.